monster. You'd be lucky to get a letter mint. All the niggas telling the bounce, you gotta let him in. Emerald City, you know I'm repping the signs. In high school, you know I used to put 5 on it. Let me paint some homage. I'm always keeping it honest. How the hell you gonna tell me to get it when you know I got
Hey, welcome back to the Black and White Cinema Podcast with Kev and Oogie. I'm Kev, and more importantly,
I'm Oogie.
my boy is back in the house. Woo! We're stoked to have you back, man. I'm so excited you're here.
Yeah.
I mean, brief thank you to Mace, Webb, and Eric for filling in and being great co-hosts. But you know, when your name's on the podcast,
Yeah.
it's a different kind of thing.
You kind of need me to be a part of the Black and White Cinema podcast. Yeah. My mom had a note where she was just like, Ugo, you really need to get some more black friends. I was like, yeah. She was just like, she was excited to see Webb, and she was like, the White and White Cinema podcast. She was like, that doesn't sound as good.
Yeah, it didn't feel as good to say. It's definitely, not what we were going for. I'm glad to have you back though, man.
Yeah, but I'm also, again, I know you just said it, but thanks to Mace, Webb, Eric for filling in, you guys went above and beyond. I really enjoyed those episodes. We can actually talk about the episodes right now, can't we?
Yeah.
So
because that's what I was going to ask you is like, what takes do you have that we missed out on from Porco Rosso, Smokin' Aces, Big Lebowski?
So I had not seen any of those movies prior to, and I still haven't seen Smokin' Aces. I watched Big Lebowski. I watched both Big Lebowski and Porco Rosso essentially like hours before they launched.
Nice.
So it was nice and fresh. So my feedback, but my take. So Big Lebowski, I think like things were going on in my life at the time. So like I was kind of watching it a little bit distracted with life. And like I didn't get it throughout the entire movie. It wasn't until like the last like 20 minutes of the movie that I was like, oh, I understand what I'm watching here now.
Right.
And it was like really more of like I hadn't like you. I didn't have like any context of the movie. I knew there was bowling. I knew John Goodman was like crazy with a gun.
Yeah.
And like the dude was just a dude.
Yeah.
And so like I went into it thinking the movie was going to be all these different other things that it like did not end up really being. And then at the end, I think it was like when it really clicked was when it was at I don't remember I don't remember who was
Tally the Ugo forgets the character's name.
When their buddy dies.
Yeah, Donnie.
Yeah, when Donnie dies, and like the ashes are flying in his face, and he goes off on his like Vietnam flashback stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is like an eccentric slice of life movie, and it's like it's not so much about like the plot as much as it is as the characters, and it being like this is about the then and now at a place. Like the dude is in the time. It's a story about a dude in the time. It's just about like how life is chaos. And I need to rewatch the movie because I think looking back at it, I was like, I enjoyed this movie, but I didn't enjoy it until the end when it like clicked for me.
Right.
At first I was like, this is dumb. And then I was like, oh no, I'm dumb for not getting it.
I think Eric said something similar where like the first time he saw it, he was like, it's okay, it's funny. But then like the more you watch it, the more you get out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And Porco Rosso, that's one of those movies where like I'd seen a lot of it, but I never watched it from like start to end. I didn't like it as much as The Big Lebowski. I don't know, like I feel like I'm not so much of a Miyazaki lover. Like they are very beautiful. I think they don't always get me, but I enjoyed the movie. I think that like again it was
too, sorry to cut you off. Is it too like idealized, like wholesome kind of like?
Yeah, in a way that Porco Rosso himself is a cool character. I thought that it was just like they almost say demonized, but they made like this really slapstick American bad guy, and it was funny. But him being the main antagonist, I felt kind of like it didn't round out for me. Something about that, I was like, that was like almost the main conflict. The real main conflict in that movie, in my opinion, was really like him and his past, and like it's like almost like the effects of fascism and the effects of like social and class differences
and war.
Like how that affects everybody. And while it was beautiful, I kind of wish that the movie went more into that instead of leaving that up to subtext and then keeping so much of like a goofy main plot. But I still enjoyed it, just not as much as Big Lebowski. I don't want to make it seem like it was a negative.
Right. No, I
enjoyed the movie, but
I think
just not as much.
I totally get what you're saying, and I feel the opposite. Like, I like that it wasn't overt about the themes that like Miyazaki was really trying to comment on, but I totally get what you mean.
Yeah.
It is like, did you watch it dubbed or subbed?
I watched both. So
Okay.
I had it was dubbed and there was sub, and it was funny watching the difference between the two.
I've heard that's kind of funny with those movies.
I think that from what I was understanding, I think I enjoyed the sub better, because it seemed like I felt like the English translation for the dub was a little bit too like happy-go-lucky. Like it felt a little bit more, I don't know, like darker or more real.
Yeah.
In what I was reading.
I feel like we kind of got that from like when Maceo and I were talking about like the differences between like what was the subtitle versus what it is in the dub, and it was like, oh, like it was funnier dubbed, but it was like a little bit more poetic subbed.
Exactly.
So,
but like, I'm not a hater. Oogie and Kevy still give it 2 thumbs up.
Yeah.
I'm just
we Siskel and Ebert probably didn't watch Porco Rosso, but we did. 2 thumbs up.
If they did watch it, I'll find out, and then
we'll put it up somehow. Awesome. Well, thank you for your takes on the movies. We are not talking about those movies further. Today, we watched Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, and we're here to talk about it. I think I've talked about on this show, I'm a big Kevin Smith guy. I know you have seen much of his work and not this until now, right?
I don't think I've seen a lot. I think I don't have like a Rolodex of all the movies that are his, but I know for a fact that I've seen Dogma. I'm pretty sure I've seen Mallrats 1 and 2. Like I've only seen like one of them like all the way through. And I think I'm at Clerks him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that I've saw like most of Clerks. I'm sure just hanging out with you and Chini, I had to have watched more, but it's just like Dogma's the only one that I know that like I specifically really watched. I didn't know it was him at the time,
right?
But it's like really funny that like I think this movie also kind of nailed in. There's like, oh, like he must be friends with Matt Damon and Ben Affleck.
Yep, for sure. Yeah, we'll get to the line that they like really drive that home towards the end of the movie.
Yeah. I also noted that.
Good stuff. Yeah, so I think it was the fun little mini game to play at the start. Of View Askew is the production company that he runs. So his movies are in the View Askewniverse. So I'll list the View Askewniverse movies and let me know if you've seen them. So Clerks, you said you've seen the original, 94. Mallrats?
Yes.
Chasing Amy?
No.
Dogma, yes. You've now seen Jay and Silent Bob. Clerks 2?
Maybe. I think I've seen like pieces of it, but not completely.
Rosario Dawson is in it. She's great.
Nice.
Jay and Silent Bob super groovy cartoon movie, I have not seen. No. I assume you have not.
When I was looking at when I was trying to watch it this morning, I saw that it was there and I was just like, not yet.
Yeah.
But maybe.
Jay and Silent Bob reboot, I also have not seen.
Mm-hmm.
Clerks 3, I also have not seen.
I didn't know there was a Clerks 3.
Yeah, it came out a few years ago.
Okay, so they're all much older.
Yes. Other Kevin Smith movies of note that are like kind of tangentially considered in the universe, Jersey Girl. I haven't seen that. Ben Affleck and J-Lo from 2004. It was not a very well-reviewed movie.
Yeah. I feel like I know of the movie and I forget if I've seen it, or maybe I've just heard like just the world hating on that movie just as a thing.
Yeah. Zach and Mary Make a Porno.
Yes.
It was Kevin Smith.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the Seth Rogen one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched that.
Jason Mewes is actually in it as one of the side characters, but he doesn't play Jay. It was like the first time he didn't play Jay in a Kevin Smith movie, but was still in it.
I watched that movie on a date and
nice.
I don't think it helped.
Yeah, that would be an awkward one, I think, for a date. Clerks, the animated series, I also have not seen. And then Twilight of the Mallrats is upcoming sequel to Mallrats.
Is it like a mashup between Twilight and Mallrats?
I think it's just a planned sequel. I haven't looked much into it. I know they got a lot of the original cast to sign on though.
Okay.
I don't think it has anything to do with Twilight.
It would be cool if they shot it wherever in West
Squim
Bellflower.
or whatever, yeah.
It's not Squim, but it's
Whatever
some
it
random
is.
Washington town that they're just like, yeah. Just as a quick aside, the people who own the house, it's just like any famous house. They're just like, yeah, we sell. You can come to the house and sell stuff, and they get really mad that people come and like do shit and like take pictures without paying them.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Capitalism.
yeah. Shout out them. You had a house and a thing.
Yeah. Friends of the podcast, maybe. So a little bit about Jay and Silent Bob. This is our about the movie segment. There's something about Oogie. So the synopsis. I wrote this synopsis. I didn't grab it from the internet. So if you hate it or if you think I missed anything, let me know in the comments. But after discovering the internet, Jay and Silent Bob learned that the comic book series featuring their likeness has been greenlit for a movie and they haven't been compensated. They go on an epic quest from their New Jersey perch in front of the Quick Stop across the country to get their motherfucking movie check, as they so succinctly put it. This movie is starring Jason Mewes and Kevin Smith. It has so many other cameos that I felt the need to write them down, and I'm going to rattle them off very quickly right now. So Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Jason Lee, George Carlin, Carrie Fisher, Mark Blucas, Shannon Elizabeth, Eliza Dushku, Ali Larder, shout out, Sean William Scott, Will Ferrell, Jon Stewart, Judd Nelson, Tracy Morgan, Gus Van Sant, Shannon Doherty, Wes Craven, Chris Rock, Jamie Kennedy, Mark Hamill, Alanis Morissette, James Vanderbeek, Jason Biggs, and Morris Day in the Time. It's crazy how many people Kevin Smith got to pop up for little tiny bits of this movie.
It's actually insane. I was just like, I didn't realize this man had that sort of pull.
Right.
Like, I guess was he just like an indie kind of like?
So he started off like Clerks was self-funded. Like he and his buddy from film school shot Clerks. Is basically like an indie student film.
Yeah.
And it was a cult classic that like wasn't big, wasn't a theatrical release, but people loved it. Chasing Amy, kind of similar. Mallrats, kind of similar. Dogma was like his biggest release by far. Ben Affleck was in Chasing Amy and Mallrats before he blew up as well. So I think Kevin Smith's star kind of rose a little bit more grassroots, and just by like being connected to Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, I think that's kind of partial in to the other industry folks. This was also, if you watch it now, I think they bought the rights, so the production companies listed like when the movie starts are different. But this was a Weinstein movie by Miramax.
I wanted to say that at the end because I was gonna just be a hater.
Yeah. So I think that also probably got a lot of the people that like Kevin Smith didn't know individually. Like Shannon Doherty's cameo, she was in Mallrats before she was in like the Scream movies and everything. So that's how he got her, and then she probably got Wes Craven. So like he has Ben and Matt from Dogma, so they got Gus Van Sant and the other guys from Good Will Hunting. So I think like that's kind of how it cobbled together. But like now everyone in the industry loves this guy. Like people want to just show up in his movies. I know Carrie Fisher in particular was a big one for him because he's like a huge Star Wars kid, and she was like the love of his life as a young man. So I think that one probably was like pretty crazy to get her and Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
So many good cameos, and like I think everyone really understood the assignment as well.
As a quick aside, I just want to know, just personally, because like me and you tend to have like all these like random things that we both like that we never discussed. Did you watch the show Charmed?
I'm familiar with it. It wasn't like I didn't watch it all the time, and I don't really know anything about the story, but I have seen bits.
Okay. I was like really big like into like Charmed, and Shannon Doherty was one of the
that's
one
right.
of the sisters.
Yeah.
Like my Friday nights were watching Charmed and then Stargate SG-1.
Oh, I love Stargate.
Yeah.
I don't remember anything about it, but that was like one that I would catch late at night. When Charmed was peak for you, Buffy was peak for me.
Yeah.
And I feel like there was probably a lot of overlap in that Venn diagram for a lot of people, but for me it was like, I already got my magic chick kicking ass show. So I
should have watched Buffy instead.
It's still worth watching, honestly. Yeah. I've been wanting to rewatch.
I'm such Sarah Michelle Gellar, you're a friend of the podcast.
For sure.
Oh, Jesus.
For sure. along with the cameos, I also wanted to shout out the View Askewniverse regulars. There's like Kevin Smith's friends and
Right.
co-producers that show up in every movie.
Like O'Callahan and
Brian O'Halloran
Yeah.
or Halloran, Jeff Anderson, Scott Mosier, Brian Johnson, Walt Flanagan, Joey Lauren Adams. Both his wife and daughter were also in this movie.
Is
so-
Jeff Anderson dude from Scrubs?
No.
Okay.
Who did you think he was in Scrubs?
I thought that
Dr. Cox?
Yeah.
No, that's John C. McGinley.
Okay, yeah, okay.
All right, to continue with some movie data, the tagline for this movie was Hollywood had it coming, which I think is one of the better ones on the shitometer. I'm going to
Yeah.
rate that one pretty good. Release date, August 24th, 2001. R rating, definite R rating. You could call it an R word rating for how much they say that.
Yeah.
1 hour, 44-minute runtime, written and directed by Kevin Smith. Let's play the game. Did you look at the budget?
I did not.
Okay. The estimated budget is $22 million. I would guess most of that went into computer effects. What do you think opening weekend and gross?
I know that a lot of people were in this movie, but this was like right after I moved to the United States, and I do not remember anything about this movie. So it's just kind of like, I watched popular media quite a bit, but I think when we first moved to the United States, we didn't have cable. So like, I wouldn't have been able to see like promotion on MTV or like stuff where the youth, like probably where they were advertising it. That being said, I'm just going to go out on a limb and say they did not make their money back opening weekend. I'm going to say what? It was 22 million. I'm going to be generous and say 12, but I honestly think it's more like 8 or 6. And worldwide, I can't imagine that it did much more. I'm sure Canada. I know Canada loves Kevin Smith, so that probably helps a bit. I'll say worldwide 14.
All right. Opening weekend, you were pretty close, 11 million.
Yeah.
Gross US and Canada, 30 mil, worldwide 33. So it was successful. Not very successful outside North America, which is to be expected. I think most of this movie is playing on Hollywood tropes and Easter eggs. And even like a big chunk of it is on Kevin Smith Easter eggs.
Yeah.
And I don't think those numbers would have been as good. I don't think he would have gotten that budget if it weren't for Dogma, because this is 2 years after Dogma. It probably got greenlit as soon as Dogma came out and was successful. So I think, great guess on opening weekend. A little bit surprising that it's
It was so successful. This
successful.
is way more successful than I would have thought, but shout out Kevin Smith, friend of the podcast.
Yeah, big time friend of the podcast. I am eternally a huge fan.
Also Jason Mewes, also friend of the podcast.
Yeah. Well, before we get into the movie, like I've loved these guys' movies for most of my life, And I was on Instagram today, and like Jason Mewes, so he had really bad struggles with addiction for a while, like while they were shooting some of these, and like especially around mid 2000s into 2010. It's so great how wholesome his content is. Like, he's a dad, he's clean, he looks great. He does like, I just like, I scrolled past something on Instagram today that was like him and his daughter making a reel together, and just made me so happy that he's doing well.
Shout out your daughter too, also friend of the podcast.
Yeah. I think she's actually I think she's got a following because of who her dad is.
Yeah.
But yeah. And, Kevin Smith's daughter, also very successful actress in her own right. Her name is Harley Quinn because he's a giant nerd.
Yeah, that tracks, honestly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if you had a child named like C-3PO.
Yeah. No, just Harley Quinn Smith.
That's a pretty cool name. Harley Quinn, not even Harlequin.
Nope. Harley Quinn Smith.
Okay.
Yep.
Is that would you call that a tragedy?
I don't think so. Because it's so overt. It's not like it's spelled weird,
Yeah.
It's just named. She's named after a Batman character.
Like, okay, would that be acceptable if he wasn't Kevin Smith? If you take that away with it, like,
no,
if
I would talk a lot of shit about it. You're right. I just think the tragedy, for those who don't know what Ugo's referencing, go subreddit r/tragedy with EIGH on the end. It's just making fun of the things that white people name their children.
Like white women that name their children like Braylon, but it's spelled like BRAEGHLYNNE.
It's a good sub.
Black people do it too. There's like the Mario Vante type shit. They're like, all right. I think it's everywhere. I mean, Nigerians, we just name our kids after just like what you wanted or like a thing at the time. It's just like, you'll be like,
She couldn't afford a car, so she named her daughter Alexis.
Yeah, that's like some real thing, but like more poetic in like Nigerian languages.
Right.
Like my name Ugonna means like Ugo means eagle, and Nna would mean like two fathers. So it means like God's eagle, which means God's pride. And it's like my dad had me, and he didn't have any money. He just had his pride. So it was just like I'm my dad's pride.
That's pretty badass.
And that's like a cool name.
That's cool.
But like, there's a lot of like Ugo name, like Ugo Chukwu, Ugo, like thanks be to whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out dad too.
Yeah,
gave me a
Vinny
dope-ass
is a
name.
definite friend of the podcast. Do you think he watches?
Yeah, he watches from time to time.
Cool.
What does Kevin mean?
I used to know this. I think it has something to do with courage. It's Celtic origin. I was named after my dad's best friend.
Oh yeah, like cowman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
I'm pretty sure. I haven't looked it up for a while, but
Kevin.
yeah,
Calvin.
something like that.
It's like CAO.
Handsome birth.
Hell yeah, you're a handsome man, lassie. Is that a hate? I can't say lassie. Not like that. Laddie. Yeah, whatever. I don't know.
You can say whatever you want. There's no racism against white people.
I don't subscribe to that.
I know. We've had this argument before.
I think anyone can be racist to anyone, and I know there's a whole power structure thing involved, and no, I don't want FD signifier getting on my ass. I know there's people, I just think
there's no systemic racism to white people in America.
Yes, there's no
you can be racist about white people.
Yes,
or
exactly.
I get what
and
you're saying.
white people is a construct because you could be racist to Italians. I don't know.
True.
Like I'm so racist to Italians.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and you should be.
Yeah, exactly. They use spaghetti, mamma mia, I'm a Mario. I can't get canceled for that because you're white. There's no racism against white people. You just said it. Who's like a famous Italian that I can say that I love? Fabio Borini, Liverpool player. Oh yeah, Chiesa, Liverpool player, and you play Magic the Gathering. Shout out, bro.
All right, so going into our recurring segment, what's the symbology there? This is where we talk about themes and symbolism of the movie, so that we can call back to them during the recap. Anything you wanted to talk about? I know I made some notes here.
I thought that it was really like about reclaiming your own. I think there was like a soul searching sort of thing, and that they didn't really know about the internet, nor did they know about people talking shit about them. But in order to like silence the haters, they really learned more about themselves and about love. And I think it's just the hero's journey of like self-discovery.
Yeah,
kind of like
there's definitely it's very hero's journey. Like they're literally journeying across the country to like complete a goal. I did think it was kind of funny. There's not a ton of character growth. Like Jay not treating justice like complete trash is really the only growth we get from either character. But yeah,
but I think you can see it as a person who's not so like tapped into the Askewniverse. That's it, right?
The View Askewniverse.
Yeah, View Askewniverse. I can see there were subtle things that you can see that Jay was evolving. I think Silent Bob's a straight man, so like he's always smart and like kind of knows what's up for the entire time.
Yeah,
everybody needs a friend like Silent Bob, but
for sure.
I don't think there was much character growth from him. But I think Jay definitely is a little bit of a. I think that. I don't know. Is he naturally a selfish person?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So I feel like at the end of the movie, he's less selfish. He's thinking about other people. And like, I think the fact that a lot of the movie is about him avenging justice. Like,
yeah, that's why he keeps the monkey.
Yeah. At that point, there's no more ass to get. He's doing it based off of, I need to do something for somebody other than me, and there's no reward in it for me. And I think that's really when people do those sorts of things, that's like good-hearted stuff.
That's true. One of the themes I wrote down is similar to what you're saying is true love and companionship. I was thinking more about the two of them than Jay and Justice.
Yeah.
Like Jay and Silent Bob, he always says, this is my hetero life mate, Silent Bob. That's how he introduces him in like all the movies. They're just best friends and business partners.
I think there's like this whole one of the funny things in this movie is how much they say, because this was 2001. They must say gay in this movie like 100 times.
Yeah.
Everything's gay. And I really appreciate that James Vanderbeek, God rest his soul, had that whole monologue about homophobia.
Yeah.
And just like, why are you calling everything gay? There's literally no reason to do that. Like,
I was saying the same thing to Coley before I came here. Like, and Kevin Smith movies have always done this, where there are homophobic characters, and like Jay is usually the one saying the worst shit in every movie.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, there's always strong gay characters in his movies. Not always, but like he has a record of those. Chasing Amy, I think. Well, some folks are going to come for me saying that Chasing Amy is a positive movie for gay people because it's about a lesbian who falls in love with a man. So I understand that's problematic and some people hate it. But my point is, he intentionally has the dumbest characters say the worst things. And then he also, almost every movie, there is a point where you realize that Jay is actually a little bit gay. And like, it's all, the bluster is like kind of just him distracting from his true sexuality, you know? And like, even there's a line from George Carlin early in this movie where he says, it's the new, like, don't be so suburban. It's the new millennium, gay, straight. It's all the same. And this is 25 years ago.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think I can understand where like it on the surface could be bad. And I would not blame anybody for being offended by this movie in general. Like, not just the homophobic stuff. Like, they say the R word several times.
Yeah.
It is an offensive
an F slur
movie.
in there, like one or twice.
Probably, yeah. And so like I totally would not fault anyone for being offended, but because I know Kevin Smith so well and I've watched his work, I've watched him talk about his movies, I've gone to see him do panels and like stand up and podcasts and stuff. I know that like he is an ally. He does this stuff on purpose. He has said repeatedly, like, do you not understand the dumbest character in the movie is the one who said that?
Yeah.
You know?
I got that from the movie. I think that like by the end of the movie, I was just like, oh yeah, like that speech helped me. It was like, okay, it's very self-aware.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like James Vanderbeek wrote that speech himself.
Right.
It's just like the movie is aware that it's doing this, and it's just like, then you look back, it's like, oh yeah, all these guys are really kind of assholes.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they're not supposed to be the person you look for or you're looking to like, you know, set moral.
Yeah, no one should aspire to be like Jay.
Yeah, exactly.
maybe Jason Mewes now, but not Jay.
Yeah.
And actually, the fun fact, Jay is written based on Jason Mewes as a teenager because they've gone back that far.
Yeah.
I think they met when Jay was like 17 or something, like he was a very young guy. And that character is entirely based on the kind of shit that he would just like show up at the teen center, like spouting off about. So
yeah. Everybody knew a Jay.
Oh yeah.
And like,
yeah.
I think at times I was Jay, but never to that extent. But I think a lot of guys have some Jay in them, but then you grow up.
For sure. I think like he is the extreme of the like immature, toxic masculinity, blusterous, like whatever.
Yeah.
Like it's relatable for especially those of us that were young men in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
He's an extreme that I am not, but I have been parts of Jay for sure.
Yeah.
I think that's a good point. Another theme that I really like in this is just the Hollywood IP machine.
Yeah.
Just comic book movies moving into the mainstream. Watching this now as I'm like rewatching Peacemaker and like all like what I appreciate about Peacemaker is how it does the superhero trope and then like flips it on its head and surprises you right away. And so it's kind of funny watching this from like right when that IP trend was like skyrocketing off of X-Men and like just how applicable all of the things that they were saying then still is to Hollywood.
One thing about that, I love Matt Damon. I hate Ben Affleck. And so it's just like one of those things that even watching this movie is just kind of like forcing myself to like not like anything that he says. But I fucking died laughing at Good Will Hunting 2.
Yeah. There's Kevin Oogie context here. I don't even remember where we might have been at Denny's where I tried to convince Ugo that Ben Affleck was the best actor. I don't think that anymore. I still love Ben Affleck. and I think that he is better than he gets credit for. But I feel like that's part of the reason you hate Ben Affleck is just to prove me wrong.
No, I just, you know what it's actually deep rooted in? Oh man, I'm going to do like some self-therapizing, and now it's so stupid when I think about it.
Oh, good.
I think it comes back to, at the time, I think that J-Lo rebounded with Ben Affleck after Diddy, and I was such a Diddy fan back then. And like now I'm just like, I mean, Ben Affleck didn't really do anything. I don't like all of his movies. He's not a bad actor though. He's kind of a good actor. Low key. Yeah, I don't know.
Say it.
No.
He's great. He's great.
He's Ben Affleck. I mean, there's, you know what? I don't like Marky Mark. I like Ben Affleck. I'll give you know what? Shout out Ben Affleck.
We can end the episode here after 15 years of argument. I just got Ugo to agree that Ben Affleck isn't bad.
When I think of like the whole world of like actors, Ben Affleck's not a bad actor. I just don't choose.
The Town is excellent. He's a great director too. The Town was so good.
You'll never convince me to like Mark
Wahlberg. That's
Mark
fine.
Wahlberg. Fuck that guy.
I won't try that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Symbolism. I think comic books, I would kind of argue, are symbolic here, just like because of the theme of IP and all that. So yeah. I think that the road trip, like we talked about, is very physical representation of the traditional hero's journey, and then Hollywood as like fakeness, illusion, excess, all those things. Any other themes or symbols?
Just like female sexuality. Yeah,
I was gonna say another symbol could be the fact that like when the girls are breaking into the diamond exchange, like the thing that detects sound is shaped like birth control pills.
And like how they just established like the whole like women farting thing, and then she just rips a fucking
girls don't fart. Only Stevie Stoners fart. Okay, well, shall we get into the movie, Oogie?
We shall.
All right, this is our traditional spoiler alert. If you haven't seen Jay and Silent Bob, I recommend it. It is on Paramount Plus, which you can get 2 months for 99 cents. So this was actually the cheapest thing that I've rented, if you think of it through that lens. In addition to the spoiler warning, I'm going to give a warning that like from here on out, I mean, none of our episodes are safe for work. This one's probably going to be a little bit more off the rails.
Yeah.
This is a very R-rated film.
Yeah, the movie starts with them being like motherfuck,
Yes.
fuck. Yeah.
If you're easily offended by these types of things, I'm not going to tell you to leave, but I'm sorry in advance.
I'm not sorry, okay? You should grow up.
Yes.
How about that?
He's not sorry one bit.
You know what? Also, I'm not ashamed to admit it. I actually thought that Kevin Smith was Canadian this entire time. He's not Canadian. He's apparently an honorary Canadian. He's not Canadian.
No, he's from Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Canada loves him.
I wasn't going to say it, but I was like, whatever. I'm honest on my podcast. If I can't tell the truth to America and Canada and the rest of the world, shout out the rest of the world, honestly.
Exactly.
Who can I be?
Honestly, right now, it's a great time to be the rest of the world.
Yeah.
Unless we're actively causing war in your backyard, then I apologize. So this movie, speaking of war, starts with a stylized Star Wars intro a little bit, playing right into his nerddom. The first thing that we see is baby Bob and baby Jay in their strollers outside the Quick Stop. Baby Bob, played by Harley Quinn when she was just a little girl. Also, Jay's mom looked really familiar to me, and I looked her up, and she was in The Handmaid's Tale as one of the wives. So
I haven't watched it.
Oh, it's great. Good book too. The part that makes me laugh every time is when Bob's mom like parks him out front and is like, "This will keep the sun out of your eyes," and then puts the hat on his head backwards.
Yeah,
and that's the way he always wears it. It's like, no, that's not keeping the sun out of.
And then gives him money. Like, is that supposed to be interpreted that she was leaving him?
Maybe.
Like, it seems like with Jay's mom, she's just like, "Oh yeah, I'm just gonna leave him outside for a second, but I'm gonna continue to fuck up his life." Whereas I was kind of like, with Bob, it was just kind of like, you wouldn't just give a child, like, they're in New Jersey.
I didn't even notice that.
I thought that she gave him like a bunch of money and was just like, here.
Oh, I didn't.
I think you would know, so maybe I'm wrong. I might have just, I don't know.
I also like that Jay's mom was like hang out here for a second. Mom was gonna go try to score. I'm like, what is she trying to score in the movie store? And when the guy comes out and asks like, who's watching these babies, and she goes, the fat one's watching the little one, like that, and that's Jay and Silent Bob forever.
Yeah.
Like Bob is always like trying to keep Jay from dying.
Yeah.
Like all the movies. And then they grow up into the Jay's rap. Okay, we're all gonna have a tangent. When I was around this age, 11 to 12, I'm curious if you and your friends did this. Like, burning CDs was like, we didn't have iPods. You just burned CDs. My friends and I would burn like clips like from movies of like funny lines into like a CD and like listen to it on repeat and like quote along with it. You did this too?
Yeah, we talked about this in and we talked about this in
Okay, I thought it sounded familiar as I was describing this.
Rush Hour. Yeah.
I had an entire CD of just lines from this movie.
Yeah.
So this rap was part of it. And it's why I know it by heart. So we're going to do our recurring segment that we haven't done without Oogie called Inside the Oogie Studio. And we're going to reenact Jay's rap. All right. Fuck. 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 Motherfuck. Motherfuck. Noise. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Noise. Smoking weed, smoking whiz, doing coke, drinking beers. Rolling fatties, smoking blunts. Who smokes the blunts? We smoke the blunts. Rolling blunts and smoke. Hey, yo, let me get a nickel bag. $15, little man. Put that shit in my hand. If that money doesn't show, then you owe me. My jungle love, yeah. Oh. I think I wanna know ya. Yeah, what? The fuck are you singing? You don't know Jungle Love? That shit is the Mad Notes, written by God himself and handed down to the greatest band in the world, the motherfucking Time. You mean the guys from that Prince movie? Yeah, Purple Rain. That shit was so gay, fucking 80s style. Don't you ever say an unkind word about the Time. Me and Silent Bob modeled our whole lives after Morris Day and Jerome. I'm a smooth pimp who loves the pussy, and Tubby here is my black manservant. What?
I just want to let the viewers know I wanted him to do that just so he could call me his black manservant. But that was also a great reenactment. Let's give it to him. We got that on camera, right? We got that?
Yep.
We got leverage.
I said gay and my fat manservant at the same time.
Love that.
Yeah.
I'm losing weight, Kevin.
The hardest part for me doing that was Maceo cringing so hard behind the camera. He couldn't even look at me.
I wasn't cringing.
Yeah. He was vibing, all right?
The laughter.
I thought that you literally morphed into Jason Mewes right there.
Great. I missed
Watching a master at work.
my
Exactly.
calling as an actor.
I was
Slash
watching Work
rapper.
at Master. I've seen that scene so many times, and I also know that whole rap. Like, I know that. I don't know, like, I wouldn't have been able to do like you just did. That was great. But I basically know that whole rap, and I did not realize that was literally the beginning of the movie.
Yeah. So I saw this in theaters with my mom, and because my mom's a huge Kevin Smith fan too.
Yeah.
And I remember like both of us just laughing so hard that like not only like that's how it starts with the two of them, but like his mom ranting at someone and like yelling a dozen F-bombs before you're 30 seconds into the movie.
Yeah.
It's just so fitting for these characters. I also loved, after this, we see Randall come out of the video store and head over to the Quick Stop. And I don't know how many times I've seen this movie. I never noticed that he's wearing a Soviet Union hockey
I
jersey.
saw that. That was
Like-
sick. I saw that and I was just like, man, I want that.
Yeah, I know. It's like, not pro-Soviet Union,
Yeah.
but that's a sick
It's like
jersey.
a big ass hammer on it.
Yeah,
I
the
was just
hammer and
like,
sickle.
okay. Yeah, I my note here is like, I was like, oh, I feel like I've seen this movie because of the beginning. And then my note after this is like, no, I haven't seen this.
There are a bunch of Easter eggs in this movie for like Star Wars or like Scooby-Doo. Not even Easter egg, like the Scooby-Doo characters show up in this movie.
Yeah.
But there's more than anything, there's so many self-references to his own movies.
Yeah.
And like, I love that Ben Affleck plays two characters.
Yes.
Jason Lee plays two different characters.
Even in this was like when he was talking to I forget what Ben Affleck, the character that he plays.
Holden McNeil.
Yeah, Holden McNeil. Yeah. I thought he was like making like a Holden Caulfield joke that I wasn't getting. Anyways, when he was there, I was just like the entire time I was just like, was there a Jalen Silent Bob movie that I was supposed to watch before this one? It wasn't until the end of the movie I was like, oh yeah, like Mallrats and like Clerks and all this stuff. Where
So Holden and Ben Affleck's first character, Holden, and Banky, who's Jason Lee's second character in the backwards hat on the movie scene. They are the creators of Blunt Man and Chronic comic books, which is established in Chasing Amy. So they're Ben Affleck is like the main character of Chasing Amy. Banky is his anchor on the comic. And so like that's where Blunt Man and Chronic gets established. The comic also shows up in like every other movie, like someone's reading it in the background of some scene or something like that. But that's why like, no, there is no prequel, but like fans of them know as soon as Holden opens the door, like, oh, it's Holden.
Yeah.
So yes, I can see where that would be very disruptive.
I feel like for real fans, like this is like watching this for the first time, if you've seen everything else would probably feel so, it's like if you're one of those people who gets all the references.
Yeah.
Well,
I also caught stuff this time that I hadn't caught in previous views.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of it. Before they go see Holden, they go see Jason Lee's other character from Mallrats. And there's like 3 rapid fire Mallrats references very quickly in that. The first is say, would you like a chocolate covered pretzel? I won't even describe it because it's gross, but if you've seen Mallrats, you know what I'm talking about. Then he goes around the corner to the register of this comic book store that he runs, and there's a picture of like him from like a Variety magazine where he's like leaving his talk show. The talk show was established in the end of Mallrats. And then he's also holding like this little like single serving paper cup. And he carries that around in Mallrats, just getting it refilled with free soda all the time because he doesn't want to pay for it.
sick.
So there were like in 10 seconds, there were like 3 Mallrats references for that character.
I got none of them.
Yeah. The scene ends with Brody, Jason Lee's character, saying cue the music. And then like they look up and like no music plays. So they start like voicing their own guitar part. And I've never understood why. It's so random. But you could tell like how amused the 3 of them are doing it.
I also wrote Ben Affleck being like, when, Lord? When's gonna be my time? That was a fucking hate crime. I'm back to not liking Ben Affleck now that I remembered that. Because I did not like that. I was just like, no, Ben Affleck, you don't get to do slave voice. What the fuck is this?
Yeah, that was
He didn't write that.
Yeah.
It was just the whitest person. Like, you white, you Ben Affleck.
You white.
Like,
kind of proving it to be true here. Yeah.
no, you can't do that. I'm sure. Yeah, I know.
That monologue was such a Kevin Smith monologue, though, to be like, I know this hapless bastard does.
Kevin Smith can get away with that. Bro.
Yeah.
I'll give him, he gets the pass.
He's a great writer, and he makes fun of himself a lot about his movies being like super wordy, where it's just like most scenes are just 2 guys talking to each other.
Yeah.
And like he knows that that's what he does. And I think like Affleck does a good job delivering Kevin Smith monologues that aren't necessarily super easy to do, especially Dogma. Some of Ben Affleck's monologues in Dogma are so good.
This movie just barely passes Bechdel test. If it does, because I feel like most of the framing of the whole women, I feel like most of that conflict is centered around either Sean William Scott character, or I think there's probably like maybe a couple lines when they're actually doing the heist that aren't about the men, like just barely,
or after they pull off the heist and they're fighting with each other, it's better than some of the movies we've done.
Yeah,
it's still not great.
Yeah.
I also loved they had Ben Affleck deliver the line, Ben Affleck was the bomb in Phantoms.
How does Ben Affleck, do you remember what he said, how he described the internet?
No, but it was perfect. I should have written it down.
Yeah, he basically said it's just a place for people to complain about other people and look at internet porn.
Yeah, something anonymously.
Yeah. And I was just like, yep, That's the internet.
I thought I wrote it down, but I guess I didn't. Yeah, it's like just a place to like trash people anonymously and complain about things you don't like.
Yeah, it's just Twitter nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in 2001, it was like message boards and forums, but now it's like everywhere.
I miss those days, honestly. When I was looking at that, I was like, these were a better time.
Yeah.
When you'd go on like
some random Angel Fire website
Yeah.
to talk about anime. Yeah.
You just go and ask Jeeves, you'd ask for something, you'd actually get the thing. There weren't any ads.
Mhm.
You could just go find something. I would wait like, no, it was great. It was just like, I would like go to like you said, random Angel City
Angel
or
Fire,
Angel
yeah.
Fire or GeoCities
Yeah.
and stuff. I would like go like, oh look, Super Saiyan 4 Goku. And I would wait like 10 minutes to download a super high res picture and print it off. And you know what? That's like I'm gonna do another aside. You know why like cuck porn is super popular these days?
Tell me.
Is because a whole generation of people on internet like watched other people having sex and porn. So now they're addicted to watching other people have sex. And that's like one of the leading theories why people are so into that.
That makes sense.
Because yeah, exactly. It wasn't so accessible as it is now. People are just addicted to that. When you hear it from that perspective, like, yeah, that makes a little bit more sense. Because like it just jumped up in popularity along with feet stuff. I feel like people just use the term cuck
Yeah.
so often, and like
Yeah.
that like happened. Like I know there's like a whole right wing thing to it that popped up in like after Trump got elected the first time, but like it's like too mainstream.
Yeah. I feel like the first time I heard someone use that was probably Dan, and in a very funny context. But
Yeah,
that's your Ugo's back. So
Yeah.
we're back to being a
we
very
can clip this and
very
not put it
sex
in the real
positive
show. Yeah, exactly. And this is an informational, educational podcast.
Yes. I also loved when Jay is like explaining why they have to care about the fact that people are talking about them on the internet is because like maybe there's a girl who wants to suck their dicks, and then she's like, oh, I heard on the internet you guys are a couple of fucking assholes. And Bob's look of fear as he's like, wait, that could happen.
I wrote, I felt that to my core.
Yeah.
It's just like, they could be sucking two other guys' dick instead. And I was
Yeah.
like, no.
And then Bob goes, just complete fear. We can't let this happen. This also had the first, I counted all the fourth wall breaks, and this was the first one where Ben Affleck says, a Jay and Silent Bob movie? Who would pay to see that? And then they just turn to the camera.
And then
Bob like grins, like Kevin Smith comes out of Bob all of a sudden is like, thanks for coming to see my stupid fucking movie.
when they looked at me, I went, so I still haven't paid to see the movie.
Good. I think Kevin Smith would be fine with that. He's got the bag.
Yeah.
And so they begin their journey to Hollywood to stop the movie from getting made, or to get their motherfucking movie check, or stop the movie from getting made. I don't know which exactly their goal. I think it's kind of both.
A little both.
One or the other.
They want to stop it and get money because they're not getting their likeness from the comic itself. One, and they also don't want to miss out on all the poon they could get if everyone's talking shit about
Exactly. Internet clout. It even mattered in 2001.
Yeah.
As they go to start their journey, they just walk up to a Greyhound and try to get on it, not realizing you have to pay, which always makes me laugh. The line from since when did they start charging for the bus? Didn't we used to take that shit to school every day for free?
That was a great line.
And that brings us to Act 2, which I called the unwritten book of the road.
Yeah.
Because George Carlin's cameo, which I'm not going to say that it's the best, but it is, because there are a lot of good cameos in this, but it's very good.
I was like, George Carlin. I was like, whoa, he's in this?
Yeah.
There's a lot of that.
He's also in Dogma.
Yeah.
As Cardinal Glick. And Kevin Smith has talked about before, like how big of a deal that was for him to meet George Carlin, because like he has vivid childhood memories of like laying on his parents' living room floor watching George Carlin, or like listening to George Carlin, like vinyl albums,
records. Yeah.
and just like revering the guy. It was like the only time that curse words were okay in the house. It was if you were listening to George Carlin. Like he couldn't say it, but like it was this like taboo thing that was allowed. So I know how special that was for him.
I'm the same way. Like Eddie Murphy was like allowed in our house, or
Yeah.
like Richard Pryor was allowed in it. Like if they were saying crazy stuff, my mom would laugh along, and I would obviously never be allowed to say any of those
Yeah.
things. But like it was
Probably
okay
still,
if we watched.
still not allowed to
Yeah.
say those things.
It was okay if we watched Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
Like my mom, I watched like Raw and Delirious with my mom, and she just laughed her ass off, and I was just like, yeah.
Yes. Oh, there's good new good comedy, I will say.
Yeah.
As much of it is now like reels of crowd work, there are still some great
Yeah.
comics.
So
out
the
there.
unwritten book of the road is essentially like the rules to hitchhiking, and George Carlin's character is just kind of like, you have to give the person
Yeah.
head.
if you get a ride, you have to suck the dick, and like if it'll get me a couple hundred miles down the road, I'll take a shot in the mouth.
I'm wondering how much of like a thing that is,
Yeah.
because I was unaware of this, but I feel like there's a generation of people who have this expectation because of this, both hitchhiking, and being the hitchhiker picker-upper. I imagine.
Let us know in the comments if you've picked up hitchhikers and they've given you head, or if you expected them to give you head and they didn't.
Or if you were a hitchhiker and you gave somebody head.
Or if you were a hitchhiker and you were surprised that the person who picked you up actually expected you to give them head. Let us know what you know about hitchhiking and oral.
Yes. Yeah. I was just going to keep listing off different scenarios.
If you know about hitchhiking or oral, or hitchhiking and oral, we want to hear from you.
Yeah.
They should not have followed the unwritten book of the road with who picked them up, though, which
Yeah.
was Carrie Fisher as a nun.
I didn't clock that's who it was until the end of the movie.
It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
She doesn't look like her in the habit. I also noticed that she had a Buddy Christ on her dashboard from Dogma. She lives her life by the book, and he thinks she means the unwritten book of the road. So they get thrown out for what he does after that.
She's like, "Hey, you both don't have to sit back there. Come sit up here." At first, I was with them. I was like, "Oh wait, maybe this nun does want to get some head." It wasn't until they started doing the whole like, "Oh, I live by the book," and it was like, "Okay, this is a misunderstanding."
This is going off the rails.
Yeah, my horny brain was just like them. I was just like, "Oh yeah, okay, yeah, she definitely wants it."
Yep.
And I was like, "Oh god."
And so they just start hitchhiking unsuccessfully from there and end up at Movies, which is another. Movies shows up in every single Kevin Smith movie. I also noticed another Easter egg that I think I had noticed before, but Jay is wearing a T-shirt for the whole movie that says Berserker, which is from Clerks. There's like a character that sings in a metal band, and he's always like singing the song Berserker. So
Okay.
that's what that was for. So they get to Movies, and one of the things I thought it was like great, kind of like bygone era, is that there's just a public computer for like going on the internet.
Yeah.
Like, now you just have your phone, but like I remember that being a thing. It was like, oh, we have computers here now, and it was like you can go on any website you want.
Could you imagine?
A better, simpler time. Right, that's the only place that there are still public computers is a library.
Shout out the local library. You can rent video games and movies and music.
You could take the light rail, go to the library, check out the creative block, talk about some movies. It's great stuff. Public transit, public libraries, support those things. This is where we meet Justice, played by Shannon Elizabeth, who Jay instantly falls in lust for, and then shortly after that, love. What did you think of the boner and the cup scene?
I thought it was over the top and slapstick in a funny way. At first I cringed, and then I was like, oh no, this is peak comedy.
Yeah.
I was like, this is pretty funny. I like that she was like not thrown off by this at all. He's just like I loved all the scenes where Jay is doing this elaborate acting or like imagination, but like time is going by normally. So he's just there, just like, he's like humping like
the window later.
Yeah. So she's just like all the times that that's happened, like when he's talking to like the angel or the devil's on.
Yeah, and she's just
they're
kind
just
of
like, oh,
yeah. I think that like watching it this time, that was like kind of one of the things that I was really appreciating was Shannon Elizabeth confused face at Jay all the time, but like she finds it endearing instead of off-putting for some reason. I think there's definitely something wrong with her.
I think they also did like the reverse she's all that, and that she was like super. I don't know. Like, I mean, she was. I mean, Shannon Elizabeth is a beautiful woman, but like, she's not wearing glasses at first, and then for the rest of the movie, like, she
She's
puts
got
on the
big dark
glasses.
Yeah. And she rocks those glasses.
Yeah.
So Justice's friends are Missy, Sissy, and Chrissy, played by Eliza Dushku. Forever my queen.
Yeah, I also said the second that I saw her, fold.
Yeah.
I don't like, Shannon Elizabeth, you're wonderful, but Eliza, oh damn. And her being mean also the entire movie. Dude, I had a Rising J, if I could make a Twilight reference.
I feel like that's part of why Eliza Dushku is so hot to me in this movie, is because not only is she mean, but like she's mean in the exact same way that she is as Faith in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So you could lift Faith out of Buffy and put her in this as a sequel, and it like totally fits. I actually don't know which one is Missy, Sissy, or Chrissy, but it's Eliza Dushku, Ali Larder, who we gave a lot of screen time to, despite the fact that she wasn't in Torque.
Yeah.
And Jen Schwalbach Smith, Kevin Smith's wife, is the third actress.
Is she the redhead?
Yeah, with the pigtails.
Okay, because I was just like, that was one thing I was just like, she's the only person who doesn't have like, it's like, it just seems like she's just there.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. She didn't have a bunch of lines.
yeah. And she's not an actress, so that makes
think
sense.
If I remember correctly, I don't know if they were married when they shot this, because I noticed in the credits she was still Jen Schwalbach instead of Jen Schwalbach Smith. But then they had Harley. I don't remember if they had Harley before they got married. It
You
doesn't
said
matter.
Kevin Smith was an ally, but the more we talk, the more problematic he seems.
We haven't even talked about the fact that there's an introduction in his autobiography where he defends Harvey Weinstein for several pages. Which he has since gone back and refuted that he shouldn't have done that. He didn't know enough about the situation. And he's not perfect.
Yeah, I mean, we all make mistakes.
We're all people. He's since come out like very much like, that was not well done. I didn't realize exactly who Harvey was,
Yeah.
So we're all allowed to be wrong in life.
Hey, if I end up being like, a serial killer this entire time, you'd be like, oh, Ugo was cool. And you'd be like, he killed 29 people?
Yeah.
Maybe he wasn't that cool.
I wouldn't be that surprised.
Yeah. Yeah, you would.
Let us know in the comments if you'd be surprised if Oogie had a 20 plus body count in a ditch somewhere. No, I'd be surprised. I love you.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I was wondering where you were going with where you're just like, yeah.
We also meet Brent, played by Sean William Scott.
I just want to say also, Sean William Scott, major friend of the podcast. I hope I could somehow be a friend of you. He is my favorite in every fucking thing that he does.
He never misses.
When I was watching this, I actually kind of got sad because I was like, man, I just haven't seen him. He might still be acting.
Yeah.
I just don't feel like I've seen it. Like, he hasn't been in any of the things. I'm sure he probably does very self-aware cameos for his friends, for a second. But I just kind of want to see his dumb, that smile that he does.
Yeah.
I love him in Old School when he's a fucking trank guy, which I thought was funny because I also referenced, this is the second movie that I know where Will Ferrell gets tranquilized.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, it was so fucking stupid in this movie.
He plays it so well,
Yes.
though. Brent, the social justice warrior for animals, he's so funny.
What do you call them? A fucking performative male.
Yes.
He's 100% a performative.
Yeah.
Deep down, he's just trying to.
The song about the rabbit that he starts playing on his shitty guitar.
He goes to put his hand on Justice's leg and she's, ugh.
Yeah. And then he gives the
Yeah.
eyebrow raise. That's so good. And after when Jay throws him out, and then we get to what you were referencing, the two devils on Jay's shoulder when he's he's prompted Justice to ask what's a trouser snake, and he's debating whether it's time to pull his dick out or not. And a devil pops up and tells him to do it, and then another devil pops up and says, "This is where the angel's supposed to show up, but we bitch slapped the motherfucker and sent him back." So it's smooth sailing.
Yeah. The angel shows up later. He's just like, these motherfuckers fucking, they sucker punch me.
Punchy little
He's
bitches.
like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, show some respect. And he listens to the angel.
He does.
And that's, the beginning of the character growth a little bit.
I did jot down the line from the angel because I think it is there are things in this movie that didn't age well. The line that aged the worst is don't pull your dick out until she asks. Or until she's sleeping. It's funny, but it's not good. And then so Justice walks away and he's like talking to Bob, and I love that he's telling Bob why he thinks Justice may be the one. He says, because she didn't tell me to fuck off once when I was talking to her, or pull out that pepper spray shit. So we see the gang after they throw Brent out of the car after the whole trouser snake debacle. They stop at a convenience store. And there's a great part where like Jay and Silent Bob are like trying to get comfortable outside like they do at the quick stop, but they just can't get comfortable.
Yeah, they're at a stop and
It's
go.
like it's just not the same. It's not a quick stop.
Mm-hmm.
The girls are in the store fighting about Brent getting thrown out. He was their patsy for something. We don't know what at this point, but they're giving Justice shit for like not hating Jay, and
it's not like hating men in general.
Yeah, right. That's like this crew of women is like, we're supposed to hate men, and like Justice is like kind of breaking the pact. Your name doesn't even fit the rhyme scheme, they say to her. And I love that one of them like says, I forget what the line before is, and she goes, maybe he just has manners, talking about Jay. And it cuts to him outside the store. No, it goes to like a woman coming out of the store.
Yeah.
Goes, yo, baby, you ever got your asshole licked by a fat man in an overcoat?
I mean, who hasn't said that?
He's just so innocent. Look at him, and then he's humping the glass. He is innocent in a way, He's an innocent little man child. But we learn the full scheme is they had Brent because they were going to try to free an orangutan from a medical testing lab, and they want the guys to do it instead. And because Jay's in love with Justice, he agrees to go steal a monkey for her.
She's like supposed to like convince him, and he's like, hell yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Which is like, I wrote down of like, if Eliza Dushku asked me to do it, I was already there.
How many apes you need?
Yeah,
baby?
exactly.
So they go to break into the lab. I loved another View Askewniverse Easter egg is that Kevin Smith has the like battering like grappling gun thing and the Silent Bob utility belt, which is from Mallrats. They use that to get away from a security guard in the mall. Because
I was just like, why do they have this? And then in my mind, I was just like, oh, the girls probably provided it because they're...
Nope, Silent Bob got his utility belt all the time. And while they are stealing this ape and freeing all the other animals, the real crime is next door at the Colorado Diamond Exchange, where the girls are breaking in to steal a fuckload of diamonds. They are unfortunately thwarted by Jay being right that fast food makes girls fart, and Ali Larder rips a huge fart and sets off the sound detecting.
Female watchers of the podcast, please confirm or deny if women do in fact fart.
Yeah, if you've met a woman, let me know how.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
Yeah. I don't... women...
Well, I guess I wouldn't see it. I've never heard it outside of this movie, but movies are fake.
Yeah. So the girls set a bomb on the van, and that it goes off right as the cops show up to arrest everybody. And Jay like drops to his knees, and there's like an overhead shot where he's Justice. I had always noticed the choir in the background. Did you catch this? The choir sings Justice is dead.
What? No.
I always caught that, but I never caught it until this time. The next line is, or so Jay thinks.
I did not hear this at all.
Yep. You're welcome.
I also thought it was really funny that like the cops were right there, and then like they just got blown back, but like they're like, all right, I guess did they all die or get knocked out? Like what the
Yeah, I guess because the guys just like kind of run off and don't get caught. And this is where we meet one of the top cameos of the film, Will Ferrell as federal wildlife marshal Will and Holly, who shows up on a moped to the crime scene because some animals got out. So he has jurisdiction as a federal wildlife marshal.
Yeah.
He gets off his bike. He goes, who let the cats out, huh? And he's like, wait a second. Is that how
Yeah. I also like wrote, I was like, Will Ferrell's in this? How have I never seen this? Like my notes just get progressively more incredulous. I'm just like,
about not seeing it?
Yeah, I'm just like, what? How is this person in this movie? And it just only goes more.
It just keeps going.
Yeah.
You remember how many names I listed at the
Yeah.
top? There's also the second fourth wall break right here where like I think the cop tells him this was actually a distraction from the diamond heist next door, and Will Ferrell sounds like something out of a bad movie, and then he and the cop both like look at the camera. Jay and Bob and Suzanne, the orangutan, are hiding in the woods, and there's Jay like concocting a scheme in his head about how this is going to kick off Planet of the Apes. These like super smart apes are going to take everything over. Damn yous all to hell. The other part I forgot to mention is before they go in to steal the ape, Eliza Dushku has like a camcorder and asks them to say something about the clitoris.
Yeah.
And he goes off about being the clit commander and all the things he's going to do to the clit. And they edit that and send it to the news, saying that the theft of the ape was done by the Coalition for the Liberation of Itinerant Tree Dwellers, or simply Clit.
Mm-hmm.
And so he is the Clit commander.
Do you remember who Clit was a subsidiary of?
The Liberate Apes Before Imprisoning Apes movement, the offshoot of the labia. Yeah. There's a bunch of like really good lines between Will Ferrell and Jon Stewart. Of like the one I wrote down that like really made me laugh was when they figure out like while Will Ferrell's on the air that they're all in Utah. And he says, citizens of Utah, stimulation of the clit is not recommended. Which I'm pretty sure that's written into the Utah state legislature. So it feels like it was intentional for that to be Utah.
Yeah. It was also like, oh, Jon Stewart's here, which is actually on brand for 2001 Jon Stewart. It's just like, yeah, it was like Def to Smoochie and like him doing like his he
was in Half-Baked
cameo
also,
Half-Baked, yeah. He's just like, I'm a stoner dude.
And Big Daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was when Jon Stewart was still trying.
Yeah.
He got paid enough by Comedy Central that he didn't have to try anymore.
Yeah. Shout out Jon Stewart.
When they get to the diner scene where the Utah State Police show up to arrest them, and Judd Nelson is like the police captain.
Yeah.
That is actually a subtle Easter egg from Dogma. When Jay and Silent Bob are explaining to Bethany why they came to Illinois from New Jersey, and it's because Silent Bob got obsessed with John Hughes movies, and they decided to move to Illinois because nobody was selling weed in those movies, and so and all of the guys were whiny pussies, except for Judd Nelson. He was fucking harsh, and then they fist bump. So that's like the Easter egg of why he got Judd Nelson into this movie, because Dogma mention.
I disassociated while you were saying them, and I was just nodding. In my mind, I was just like, man, Kevin's got to post this on like a Kevin Smith like board, and like the Kevin Smith nerds are gonna love this shit. I'm just like, bro, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. I'm sorry, I love you.
No, that's fine.
No, I love how passionate about this shit you are. I'm just like, you're like giving me context for shit that I haven't seen. You're like, yeah,
whatever.
I appreciate it.
This is a little bit for you, and mostly for my mom who's watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Lisa. We love you here. Also, I need to do my own research to get into the Askewniverse.
Askewniverse,
yes.
I feel like there have been other, like on CB4, you were educating me about a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, this is my niche.
Yeah.
Kevin Smith movies. Yeah, so they convince the cops that they're a gay couple and the ape is their adopted son. They had him because Jay has this chick that he bangs on the side so as to not be completely gay. But my tubby husband loves the guy.
Yeah, I love that every single time which happens at least 4 different times in the movie, they have to pretend to be gay. And he always is like, but I'm not gay. Bob's totally gay. Yeah. He loves smoking the shit, but not me.
Yeah. Which, okay, more Kevin Smith via Askewniverse context. It has been revealed by Kevin Smith, like very recently, that Silent Bob is gay.
Okay.
He's in love with Jay.
Nice. That's beautiful.
I think I would say that both of these guys have liberal sexuality.
Is he, in your opinion, as a fan for so long, do you feel like that's like a J.K. Rowling, like, I'm kind of pandering revelation that really...
No, because he didn't blatantly confirm it. He was asked in an interview because like there are fan theories that Bob is secretly gay. And so he was asked Bob is secretly gay.
Okay.
Jay is like overtly bisexual, and like if like you pay attention, like in Dogma, there's a part where Chris Rock, who has come down from heaven, is like, Jay is challenging him, like, you don't know anything about me, like you weren't watching me. He's like, you jerk off more than anyone else on the planet, and he's like, tell me something nobody knows. When you do it, you're thinking about guys, and like Jay's like, oh fuck, like there's stuff like that in every movie that is like, oh man. But yeah, so Bob, like Kevin Smith was asked if Silent Bob was gay. If I have this correct, someone can correct me in the comments if I'm a little off, but he like kind of smirked and like nodded, but like didn't really say it, but like that the idea is like Bob and Jay are both definitely not straight.
I mean, we're all a little gay. I mean, everything's on a spectrum. I mean, like,
I agree. Nothing is black and white except for this podcast.
Hell yeah. Well, not the last 2 episodes.
So they have to run from the cops once they realize a little too late that it was not their child and it was actually the ape. The cops realize it the whole time. Will Ferrell's just an absolute idiot.
And he's just like,
it's like,
wait,
fuck,
that was
them, wasn't it? And we get another Easter egg when he yells at Bob, "Flee, fat ass, flee!" There's a fat ass fly in Mallrats that they're calling back to. I also love as like Bob gets stuck trying to like jump into the sewer because he's too fat, and Jay yells, "Think thin!" I yell that all the time, like whenever I'm like ducking between people in a crowd or something. Like Will Ferrell goes to climb in after them and like tells the cops to like come back him up, but they're like, Judd Nelson says, "Fuck this asshole. Let's go back to the station house and cornhole us a drunk." Everyone's gay in this movie. Okay, so they escape from Will and Holly thanks to Suzanne the ape, who makes it seem like they all jump out of the dam, but they don't. Will and Holly does. Somehow survives the fall. When they climb to the top of the dam, Suzanne gets kidnapped by critters of Hollywood. And Jay doesn't see that, doesn't know what to do. He's like, how do we get her back? And Bob is like trying to mime the sign on the back of the car. And he just Jay keeps goading him until he finally yells at him. But I love when Jay is like, just fucking say it. Like he says, you can always tell that stupid Amy story all the time. Because in Chasing Amy, there's like the longest lines that Silent Bob ever had in any movie. He tells this long story about a girl named Amy. And like, that's I like that Easter egg.
Is Amy the eponymous Chasing Amy?
That's what the movie is named after. There's no character named Amy in the movie. The story is like a parable for the relationship between Holden and I forget the love interest in that movie. But
so just another question about the Askewniverse. Every single one has like at least one like part where Bob does talk and he goes off.
Yeah, he says something in every movie. Yeah. I'm trying to remember what it was in Dogma. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's not a mute. He just doesn't like to talk.
Yeah, he doesn't like to talk. He likes to let people talk who like to talk. Lets him know how full of shit they are.
He would get along with me because boy, I fucking
it's why he's the perfect balance to Jay. Like the guy who doesn't know how to stop talking and the guy who doesn't want to talk.
Yeah,
and they complete a pair that way. So that is where I put the act break for Act 2. So we're closing the unwritten book of the road and we're into Act 3. Which I think George Lucas gonna sue somebody.
Yeah.
All of these acts are some of my favorite lines from the movie. So they finally find themselves in Hollywood. We see the Hollywood sign. We know they've arrived. That's why I felt like this was a good way for Act 3.
Yeah.
Kind of be self-contained as like, they finally finished their journey to Hollywood. Now they have to accomplish their mission.
I actually really, really loved how they did hitchhike there and that he did top off some woman. And like, he's like, like they brought it up and it wasn't just like a joke. He did it. And like, she was happy. She was like, that's good sexuality, sex forward, sex positive.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I realized, completely skipped the Scooby-Doo part. Whatever.
I mean,
sorry if you really wanted us to talk about that, but we missed that. So the first people they run into is Tracy Morgan, who I actually forgot was in this.
Yeah.
Young Tracy Morgan too.
Yeah.
He like tries to sell him some crack, and they whip out their drug dealer union.
Yeah.
It's so good. They're talking about like, you guys getting medical up in Jersey.
Yeah. I think my favorite thing about that whole cameo is I feel like Tracy Morgan always has to do Tracy Morgan voice for like so long, where he like almost talks like he can't speak proper.
Yeah.
But like in this one, he was just like talking normally.
Yeah, he was just acting.
I'm not sure if it's like due to like, I know he had like a medical condition at some point. I'm not just sure. I love Tracy Morgan. You're definitely a friend of the podcast.
Yeah.
But I can't tell if that's like play acting or not. Like if he plays up that character a ton. But it's just like, it was really like almost refreshing to him just kind of be pretty just straighten it out. Like he was just playing a serious character. Because I love Tracy Jordan in 30 Rock. Him and Jenna. Yeah, no, Jenna and Tracy, like scenes where they're together, where they're like doing harebrained schemes together, are the most amazing things. And I wish that I could have been backstage at like actual SNL to see some of just like the dumbest, like the funniest, dumbest people you've ever seen do shit together.
Yeah, I love Tracy Morgan.
Yeah.
Another Kevin Smith movie that's not technically Askewniverse, but if you have you seen Cop Out?
No.
So Tracy Morgan and Bruce Willis buddy cop movie, written and directed.
Oh
by Kevin Smith.
yes. I have seen Cop Out.
Yeah. Sean William Scott, Adam Brody, Rashida Jones, Jason Lee. Excellent movie.
I think it's right up our alley.
Kevin Smith we should do that movie because Kevin Smith has talked about how weird it was working with Bruce Willis on both that and Live Free or Die Hard.
Yeah.
Because Kevin Smith acts in Live Free or Die Hard. And it's just like, Bruce Willis has been in so many comedies and is like pretty good in them, but he has no comedic instinct whatsoever.
Yeah.
He doesn't think any of it is funny. So like doing Cop Out with Tracy Morgan, where Tracy is fucking hilarious and on it the whole time. Bruce is deadpan, not because he's playing the straight guy, but because he doesn't understand humor at all. Like he did not understand why his character would do any of the things he does.
So he was basically Jackie Chan, and but doesn't have the excuse that he's literally a foreign person. It's like Bruce Willis would definitely know better.
Right. So we also get, I think it was E! News, where they're reporting on Jay and Silent Bob coming to stop the movie by reading the posts that they posted at Movies on the free computer, where they say that they're going to make the movie executives eat their shit and then shit out their shit and then eat the shit that was made up of our shit that we made them eat. But she says expletive deleted for like every cuss word in it.
Yeah.
It's a great delivery. But I forget that woman's name, but she was actually a reporter on E! As was the guy in the studio. So
I remembered him when they like showed him. And I was like, I don't know your name.
Yeah.
I just remember you as a thing, like your voice.
E! News.
Yeah.
What a thing.
Before it was TMZ.
Yeah. And so the guys try to sneak onto the lot, but end up just running from security. I forget that actor's name. Diedrich Bader, yeah.
And Oswald from Drew Carey Show. Yeah. Drew Carey Show, also another classic. Shout out Drew Carey, friend of the podcast.
For sure.
Shout out Ryan Stiles, shout out everyone who's ever been on Whose Lines Is It Anyways.
Yeah.
All friends of the podcast.
I love that
show. They do Who's Live every year. Whose Lines Is It Anyways comes downtown. We're Seattle based, so they'll do it at the Moore.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I go once a year generally.
Oh, let me know.
Ryan Stiles, because he lives up in Bellingham, he's always there. Drew Carey comes from time to time, and Drew Carey gets fucking baked. It's hilarious because it's like Who's Live. It's just like it's an R-rated version of Who's Line, so it's way more like sex joke. It's just like they're all just super horny.
That's
it's
awesome.
Fucking amazing.
Yeah, I'll definitely go with you to that next time.
Wayne Brady, Colin Mockery, and Ryan Stiles are the main. I think Colin Mockery, I've seen him one time. Ryan Stiles is always there because he's here, but I don't know if Wayne Brady goes on tour because I imagine he does his like actual shows. But like I think that
doesn't he host a game show or something now too? Like he's got other stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure he does it, but probably like when they're in LA or something like that.
Jeff Probst was one of the other guys from back in the day.
There's a couple of the people that like I don't really remember their names, but it's like
I can picture their faces.
Exactly.
Anyway, yes, Drew Carey show was excellent. Shout out Mimi.
Yeah, shut up. I was about to say that.
There's a lot of cameos. You
Yeah.
know, one cameo here from Diedrich Bader, and we're spiraling.
Pretty much, if you're a fan of Drew Carey show, you are our target demographic.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. If you didn't know that Drew Carey had a show, then you're
Yeah.
probably not watching.
Cleveland rocks. Cleveland
Yeah.
does not rock. I went to
No.
Cleveland this year. Cleveland fucking sucks.
Yes.
This whole downtown is like 3 blocks in an alleyway.
Ohio, not a friend of the
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah.
If you've escaped Ohio, good for you.
Yeah.
So they get caught by security, and he says, I have like a 1047 1082 or something on the radio, and the guy's like, it's like there's something about it. It's like, no, a 1082 is a dead hooker in Ben Affleck's trailer.
Yeah.
Like they have to have a code for it because it happens so often. They convince the security guard to let them go if Bob, I think he offers for Bob to suck his dick, and he's like, no. And he's like, what if Bob sucks my dick while you watch and jerk off? He's like, okay. And when after it's all over, you say, ooh, what a lovely tea party.
And it looks like Bob's going to do it.
Bob's gonna do it.
Yeah.
Bob doesn't know that Jay is just
Yeah.
doing this to knock the security guard out. Bob's about to do it. But they knock the security guard out and get away.
Good friend.
And they end up on the set of Good Will Hunting 2 hunting season, which I think is actually the best scene in this movie. Gus Van Sant just counting money
Yeah.
instead of directing. And Matt Damon saying to Ben Affleck, because they're playing themselves in this scene, he says, talking me into Dogma is one thing.
Yeah.
This
Yeah. I also wrote that down.
and the third fourth wall break where Ben Affleck is saying, like, you know, I always tell you, you got to do the safe movie and then you do the art project. And sometimes you got to do the payback picture because your friend says you owe him. And then they both look at the camera like,
I just wrote down, you're no longer good, Will
Will
Hunting.
Hunting. And he like smiles at his own. It's such like playing on the like sequels being terrible, trying to capitalize off the success of the original. And like
Yeah.
none of them, they're all phoning it in. It's a ridiculous concept. Pull out a shotgun and kill the guy.
It was like he like flies across.
Yeah. I also love the Ben Affleck line where they like turn around to talk to each other. He goes, I don't like the sound of them apples. What are we gonna do? It's just like such a like a henchman kind of. They're like barely holding it together,
Yeah.
trying not to laugh while doing that.
Mm.
I actually kind of want that Good Will Hunting 2
Yeah.
movie to be made. They should do that as like an internet short. And then they end up on the set of a Scream sequel. Shannon Doherty, and the killer is Suzanne the Ape.
Yeah. I thought it was Nev Campbell at first, and then I was like, shout out Nev Campbell.
they're all the same.
Canada. Then I was just like, wait, that's not her, because I was like, that's the woman
It's
from
Shannon
Charmed.
Doherty, yeah.
Yeah, she had like an alcohol problem that got real bad, but I
Yeah.
think she's better now.
Yep.
She got fired from like a lot of stuff.
I think that's right, yeah. And she,
Yeah.
like I said, she was in Mallrats.
Yeah, because she was on Charmed, and then they kicked her off the show, and then they got a new sister.
Hmm.
It was kind of weird after that one.
That
but-
sounds hard to pull off.
Yeah, it was like the whole show was about how there were 3 sisters, and there was all these prophecies about 3 sisters, and like, actually, you had another sister, and your other sister's gone mysteriously.
Yeah.
They didn't pull it off very well. Prue was Shannon Doherty, and then she disappeared, and I forget what the newer one was, but it was also a P name.
Okay. This is my turn to dissociate.
Perfect. If you're a fan of Charmed, please let me know what the fourth sister was named.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I already got him with the Dogma deep cut.
I want to be a white lighter one of these days.
As they're running from security again after they pick up Suzanne the Ape from the Scream set and run away from Wes Craven and Shannon Doherty. I love that Wes Craven just like
Yeah.
played himself in
Yeah.
this movie. I actually noticed an Easter egg that I had never noticed before when they're like they're on the bicycle like ET style, but before they like take off and do the actual like ET past the moon thing. They go through like they're shooting a movie and it's Daredevil fighting a bunch of ninjas, which I think is like making fun of Ben Affleck again
Yeah.
for Daredevil. And then right after that, when they catch air, there's like a Ben Affleck movie poster for a movie called Moonraper. In his defense, it says only Ben Affleck can stop the moon raper. So that's like I never noticed the Daredevil before.
Yeah.
It's funny because they're like buddies in real life, so I'm sure it was just Kevin Smith like poking on
just-
Daredevil.
yeah.
That's got to be such a touchy thing for Ben Affleck.
Also
with,
because
like,
he's a huge nerd too. So it's just like,
right. How hated that movie was. And so they bust through a window into James Vanderbeek and Jason Biggs' dressing room. I noticed that there on the walls there is an Airbud 2 Golden Receiver poster and a Jackie Brown poster.
quick question. So who had worse disguises? Jason Biggs in this or Undercover Brother?
I think Jason Biggs was pretty bad.
His is pretty bad.
The fake wig and everything.
Okay, what's worse? Would you rather have a Starman and Jason Biggs that fake wig or the mud and chops? What would you rather stare at for 60 minutes on screen time?
I hate those mutton chops, so I can't be objective. Sorry, Emilio.
Yeah, I agree. Jason Biggs looks terrible, but it's funny.
Yeah. And like James Vanderbeek doesn't look bad in his J costume. I also like it never clicked for me in dozens of watches of this movie when they realize that it's Jason Biggs and Jay's like, yo, you ever get down with that girl from American Pie is Shannon Elizabeth who plays Justice in this movie?
I like that he's almost just like, no.
Yeah.
And then everyone just getting on him for his fuck the pie.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm always the pie guy. I haven't
Haunted
seen
by it.
Yeah, he's like,
They're like, oh, you were great in Loser. No, it's that fucking pie, man. And then when the security guards are arresting them because they think they're Jay and Silent Bob, he's like, no, it's me. I'm Jason Biggs. I'm the pie fucker. He says, in prison, he'll be the pie. And then we get what I think is the best performance of this movie, Chris Rock as Shaka Luther King.
Yeah, spoiler alert for the end, but I concur.
Just, oh God, every line he delivers is so good. Just like abusing Jamie Kennedy, the grip.
Yeah.
He complains that he's
spinning this.
He's like $100 million on this picture. I can't even get a black grip. What is this world coming to? And then Jamie Kennedy walks up with a coffee. He's like, you spinning this? Any boogers in this?
Yeah. He like knocks out two different coffees. He just like slaps away two different coffees.
You went to film school, didn't you? Does your daddy know you get his coffee? It'd kill him, wouldn't it? I feel like Chris Rock had to have improv that line.
It was everything that he said was just perfect.
There's no way Kevin Smith wrote that. Clean that shit up. Give me a blonde-haired white boy so I can enjoy that shit.
Yeah.
Oh God, Shaka Luther King. He also when
I came up with Sesame Street before PBS. NWP. Niggas with puppets. Oh man, that was so good.
He says, let's get this scene done so I can get back to my trailer because I got more white girls in there than the first lifeboat on the Titanic. Oh my God.
He just snuck in and just was just like, I'm gonna unload all these, and like he's only there for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's just like him just like basically doing a stand-up routine.
Seriously. That's what it felt like, was him like working out stand-up material.
Yeah. We get like a whole like Star Wars.
It's like Star Wars Batman mixed together with like this is what I consider the fourth wall break. Literally after he breaks through a wall, it freezes and says, "Look, kids, it's Mark Hamill."
Yeah.
Playing the villain of Blunt Man and Chronic, Cockknocker. And they have like a bong saber fight.
Yeah.
But it's in a very like Batman Batcave kind of setting.
Yeah. I very much like that Mark Hamill's like, oh, you're not going to upstage me.
Yeah, you're not going to upstage me, Vanderbeek.
He thinks it's James Vanderbeek.
Yeah. Even like when Jay starts kicking his ass, he like yells like, Shaka, call off Dawson, will you? Also when Bob like has legitimate force powers to like summon that's also a Mallrats callback, because the whole movie he's trying to evoke Jedi mind powers in Mallrats and he never pulls it off. But he's always like, he's got a joint in his hand and he's like trying to float it the whole movie. So it's like, this is like confirmation that Bob does have force mastery.
Yeah, Jay has like a Darth Maul double like bong saber thing, and he's in the middle of fighting Cockknocker, and then he stops to
Like take a rip off the bong saber. It's
But
so
I was
good.
like, yeah, I mean, why have one if you're not going to use it?
Yeah.
You know? It's just like a gun. Don't pull it if you're not going to use it.
Exactly. The Mark Hamill line, "Don't fuck with the Jedi Master, son." Like Mark Hamill comes into this swinging, like
Yeah.
he is fully committed.
Yeah, he also is a person who understands the assignment.
I
100%.
love Mark Hamill.
Yeah,
Best Joker, and that I say with full reverence for everything done by Heath Ledger. I think that Mark Hamill is the GOAT when it comes
Yeah.
to Jokers. Federal Wildlife Marshal Will Ferrell like goes to do a hood slide, like but he just like gets stuck on the hood and like rolls off of it. It's so great. He's like trying to arrest people. There's another fourth wall break where Mark Hamill gets his hand cut off and looks into the camera and goes, "Not again."
yeah.
Ugo hates Star Wars, but he still gets that one. When Will and Holly's gonna like arrest everybody, and Justice tries to say the clit is not real. He's, "Oh no, the clit is real. It's a female orgasm. That's the myth."
Also, like Chris Rock's like last line of the movie: "Crazy crackers with guns. Time for my black ass to get out of here."
There's a lot of good lines
Yeah.
here at the end when Will Ferrell's like in the shootout with Sissy and Missy, or Missy and
Yeah.
Chris, whatever it is. He's like, "Why are you shooting at me?" You're like, "Because we're walking, talking bad girl cliches, and because you're a man."
Yeah.
Only on the outside.
I was like that when Will Ferrell's shooting back. He's like, "Shit, shit, shit."
Banky Edwards, Jason Lee's other characters, the one that sold the comic book movie. He's like fighting with Jay and Silent Bob about the whole thing, and he says that's what the internet's for, slandering others anonymous.
Mhm.
Like in 2001, it was true, and it's
Yeah.
even more true today. That is entirely what the internet is for.
I think just at the end when the girls are fighting, Shannon Elizabeth says, "Bitch, your man ain't my baby. Bitch, my man ain't your baby daddy." And she does it with like a black scent. That was the second hate crime of the movie.
I thought that at first, but then I was thinking it's also like it's very Jerry Springer too, though. Like I could see white trash women saying it in the same accent. So I'm willing to give it a pass, but I don't get to rule on this.
I'm not giving it a pass. No, it was just
When she said that line, I was like, "Oh, Ugo's going to talk about this."
it was funny, inappropriate.
Yes.
Don't do that.
In 2001, we don't
Yeah.
fault Shannon Elizabeth or Kevin Smith for it, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's
At the time, yeah, it was funny. I
Yeah.
thought it was funny, but I was also just like,
yeah. I cringed
yeah,
and then I excused it.
because it was funny.
Yeah.
That's the number one Roomba comedy. You can do a lot of shit. You
Yes.
know, if what's his name? If Logan Paul or Jake Paul, whichever the one that's mad at.
Whichever one matters
Yeah.
right now. Yeah.
There's one that's mad at Drewski for doing the Erica Kirk video, and he's like, "I'm gonna do blackface. See how black people." If you do blackface and it's funny, you won't get in trouble. If you do blackface and it's terrible, you will.
That's the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be that good.
He like got the pigmentation right. He did like it's a meta thing.
It's self-aware,
self-aware.
yeah.
That's good.
All right, I have a few other View Askewniverse references that I want to point out. So one is like as the fight is over, the resolution is happening. Will Ferrell like puts his arm around Jason Lee and goes, "Wow, that's a lot of love in the room," and looks at him. And Banky Edwards is the homophobic character in Chasing Amy. They have like a bunch of their best friends are gay, but like he's repeatedly homophobic and is like always saying like, "I'm not gay, I'm not gay, I'm not gay." And it's like very clear that he is, and it's like all deflecting. So like in this scene where like Will Ferrell's kind of like hinting at him like we should kiss, he goes, "Contrary to what you may have heard, I don't kiss guys."
Yeah.
And Will Ferrell says, "Okay, play it cool, hot shot. And Jason Lee cracks up. That was an actual outtakes that they just left in the movie. Because like Will Ferrell's just so
So
good.
funny.
You
Yeah.
couldn't cut it. Like, there was a really good outtake reel for this movie on the DVD extras as well. I'm sure it's on YouTube somewhere. And the best parts are all Will Ferrell improving and making the rest of the cast break, because that's what he does.
Yeah.
The final scenes are the premiere for the movie, that like we see all of the characters leaving. We also see a bunch of other View Askewniverse characters leaving from Chasing Amy and Mallrats. We see Steve Dave, which is a recurring character played by one of Kevin Smith's friends. There's even the self-aware, like the character from Chasing Amy, like her friend asks why they didn't make a comic out of the Chasing Amy comics. And she goes, oh, that would never work as a movie. Another throwaway.
Yeah.
And then the
I
final
understood
scene,
that one.
the final scene is Morris Day and the Time concert, which is just a damn good time.
Oh, I also said I love that they went door to door beating the shit out of kids and everyone who talks shit. I think more movies should have children being beat the fuck up.
Yeah, fuck them kids.
Yeah. Especially like not just, good kids, just like
internet trolls.
shitty 15-year-olds that
Yeah.
think they're edgy. Maybe there was a time where I deserved my ass beat. I wasn't really an internet troll, to be honest. But yeah.
Yeah, internet. We didn't really have a chance, but
Yeah.
probably would have been a little bit.
Yeah.
You're just a troll to me.
Yeah.
You're a group chat troll. But I don't want to fight you for it.
But
I want to fight your brother though, Brian.
I'm getting better. Yeah. Oh no, they got generational beef and I'm fucking here for it. So
That was also, I'm pretty sure the credits were the first time I heard Because I Got High by Afro Man. Like as I was
Yes.
leaving the movie theater, I remember starting to leave the movie theater with my mom as the credits rolled, and then stopping because the song was like funny. As we were walking out, we like stayed and listened to the whole song. And we're just like cracking up.
Yeah.
Ended up like finding it, like burning it on CD and bumping it forever.
So that's the movie.
Afro Man is a real friend of the podcast.
Yeah. Well, he's MAGA, so I don't know.
Is he?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's a
it's
bummer.
unfortunate because I was really I was happy that, he kind of beat the cops in that whole lawsuit about, 11 pound cake.
Lemon pound cake.
I mean, that shouldn't happen. Cops shouldn't do that shit, but I'm also not going to support him being MAGA. So
Yeah, I didn't know that.
whatever. Let's do Gone in 60 Seconds.
All right, Gone in 60 Seconds, the recurring segment where we do a quiz. I don't know what Oogie's got.
I mean, this one might be easy for you because you basically already did it,
Okay.
but now you got to do it off the top of the dome.
Okay.
So if we could put 60 seconds on the clock right now, and going when I say it, name every character who was credited in this movie. Alanis Morissette was not one of them.
Every actor?
Yes. Who was in the credits?
Good Lord. It's alphabetical too.
You don't have to do it in alphabetical order,
I know.
starting when you start.
Okay. Kevin Smith, Jason Mewes, Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill, George Carlin, Brian O'Halloran, Jeff Anderson, Scott Mosier, Shannon Doherty, Shannon Elizabeth, Eliza Dushku, Ali Larder, Jen Schwalbach, Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Jason Lee, oh man, this is hard after the fact. Will Ferrell, Judd Nelson, Wes Craven, Gus Van Sant. Shoot. Sean William Scott. I'm gonna end it there.
Okay.
We're gonna have to see.
I didn't get all of them, but you didn't get Morris Day in the Time. I don't think you got Jason Biggs, Jon Stewart, I think you did get Jennifer Squabach. Did you
Yep.
say Chris Rock?
I did not. I missed
Tracy
Chris Rock.
Morgan, Ali Larder, Steve Kometko. He was the E
I
guy.
forgot Ali Larder after ranting about her.
Yeah.
on tour.
Did you say Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher?
I did.
Jamie Kennedy.
Nope, I missed Jamie Kennedy.
Mark Blucas. He was the person who played Shaggy. I have no idea
Yeah.
who that was.
He was in Buffy,
Yeah.
so I know Mark Lucas well.
Diedrich
Bader.
Bader and Jules Asner. But I think you did pretty good considering it was off the top of the dome. The two black people you didn't get.
Steve
All right.
Kometko, yeah,
Fuck
yeah,
you.
yeah.
And- Okay, and then we're
John
gonna go.
Stewart. I missed John Stewart,
Yeah.
Jason Biggs, James Vanderbeek. But
Yeah.
not bad.
Not bad. I think you got you did pretty well. Then we're also going to do another segment that I think this is the first time we're going to do it.
I think I don't remember if we've done it.
You might have done it for Smoking Aces, but I don't. If
Maybe.
if you didn't do it there, then you haven't done it.
So this segment, you want to intro it to again?
Yeah. So we're gonna pick a character who we think either should have died, or if someone should have died in their stead.
Yes.
Nobody died in this movie, I don't think.
Mooby. The guy that was playing Mooby when
Oh,
Will
yeah,
Ferrell
he got
busts into the
fucking-
wrong set and shoots.
Yeah, he got shot. Okay, yeah, damn. So
So by the way, this segment is called Better Off Dead,
Yeah.
which is a homage to one of my favorite 80s comedies. So my vote is for Sissy, Missy, and Chrissy. All three of them. I think would have been funny if they met their end in that gunfight.
yeah,
I don't know which one of them is which, but all three of them.
yeah.
What about you?
It was just Ben Affleck.
just Ben Affleck.
Just Ben Affleck. Like, if he were not, I don't want real Ben Affleck to die, but I do want the character Ben Affleck, who is also a character in other stuff. So, like, him dying in this movie means no more Ben Affleck movies in our universe.
That's some haterade, man.
Yeah. So, we also want to do one other one.
One final segment here, which we call the Oogskers, our end of show awards. I did not prepare for this, but I realized that you did, so I will let you give out the two awards.
So, we have the I Spy, the best performance by a background character. Because there were so many cameos, I put this onto the cameo people as well.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I gave it to Chris Rock.
Yes.
I think you agreed that was just the best for the amount of time that he was on the screen. He just did so much, and it was so funny.
So good.
So Chris Rock, you were the first winner of the I Spy, and then the Hole Up. Like
Yeah.
what?
The most distracting or surprising cameo.
Who would that be for you?
Oh, I mean, this time around it was Ali Larter because I forgot she was in it, and it was just like she was fresh on my mind from making that short like last week or so. So I think that would be it for me.
I put an honorable mention for Wes Craven and The Time, just because I was like, that's pretty funny. That
I didn't remember Wes Craven was in it. I remembered Morris Day and The Time were in it because it's like the outro of the film.
But for me, it was Carrie Fisher because I didn't
'cause you
even
didn't know it was
I didn't
her.
know it was her. And at the end of it, when I saw the credits, I was like, wait, that was Carrie Fisher?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And then, like, I literally was like, wait. I literally did the whole up. So yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's awesome. We lied. We have two more segments. So one that we have done before, Maceo and I did this for Porco Rosso. We call this the Watch While. So each of us picks an activity that you should do while watching this movie. I'll go first. Mine, I put arguing with internet trolls about your favorite movie. You can argue about this movie with internet trolls.
Yeah.
I plan to do it in the comments. Come for me.
That's like literally our job right now.
Yeah.
That wasn't lost on me. Every single time they said that, I was like, we're literally going to talk about this movie. And I'm going to talk a little bit of shit, mostly about Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
But well, the other thing that I wanted, I forgot one thing that I really wanted to say in this movie.
Go for it.
At one point, Ali Larter delivers a line that she accents with bitch. And I just wanted to point out that she delivered it so much better than Monet Mazur.
I'm telling
fuck you, Monet Mazur. Jesus Christ. We're going back to talking about Torque for just a second because that movie's fucking terrible. And I just wanted to, because I was just like, you know, when you see, I was like, this is the acting that like, it evokes something.
Right, yes.
Like when you said bitch, I was just like, ooh, okay.
She said it. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Anyways,
So what's your watch while?
I say you watch this while playing like a drinking game. Drink every single time someone says fuck, every time someone gets called gay. Like that's like a really fun way to do it. You know, this episode comes out on 420 while you're fucking smoking blunts. Who smokes the blunts? We smoke the blunts. Doing cokes and fucking drinking beers. Noise.
Yeah.
That's how you should watch this movie.
Yeah. You should watch this podcast and the movie while smoking a J.
Then we're going to do our very last segment. And with all of these, you know, comment below. Tell us how you would feel about this.
Yeah, for
We're going to
sure.
do our Boppenheimer. So what would you double feature this with?
I wanted to do a View Askewniverse double feature, so I picked Mallrats, which you have to watch first because I think Mallrats had the most Easter eggs in this movie. Dogma maybe, like Dogma's my favorite Kevin Smith, but I think Mallrats is a pure Kevin Smith experience, and this builds upon it. And I think they would go really well as like almost like a prequel sequel kind of thing.
Yeah. I said that you should watch The Passion of the Christ and then watch this. Because I think that you would get the full Jim Caviezel experience of Jesus dying for our sins so we can create masterpieces like this.
Oh, well, with that, this has been another Black and White Cinema podcast, not from the Creative Block in Seattle. Hope you like our new digs. It's temporary. I like the new digs.
I love it.
This is cool. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with a friend. Word of mouth helps tremendously. Leave us movie suggestions in the comments. Let us know your Boppenheimer, your Watch While. Let us know what we got wrong. Let us know how offended you were by the things that I argued you shouldn't be offended by. Let us know if you hate or love Ben Affleck. Please like and subscribe, hit the bell, comment, follow, all those things. You can connect with us however you like at allmylinks.com/kev-n-oogie. Thank you to the actual friends of the podcast, Mark and Maceo, Marky Boy Productions and the Creative Block, Megan and Alec for our logos, our Patreon members, Lisa, Eric, Philip, Brian, and Ben, and Not Web, who canceled his subscription. I'm Kev.
I'm Oogie.
Thank you so much. Revolution. Take care.
He's to all the Nubians filled with the Nubak consciousness.